This is a pack of cigarettes, a slender cylinder of finely cut tobacco leaves wrapped in paper, delivering nicotine straight to the lungs. One of the most addictive substances known to humankind. And the detrimental effects of smoking are endless, ranging from stained teeth and infertility to more life-threatening conditions. Globally, smoking is responsible annually for over 8 million deaths worldwide, making it the catastrophic leading cause of cancer. I'm Dan, and I first tried nicotine in a vape at school around 3 years ago, and since then, I've been stuck in an endless cycle of stopping and starting. Snus, vaping, cigarettes, you name it. But now I've decided enough is enough. It's time to face my addiction in its most powerful form and quit for good. So will I be able to quit this lifelong addiction that kills over half of its users? Or will I remain shackled by this self-inflicted, unwavering addiction, trapped in this nicotine prison for the rest of my life? Cigarettes. Why am I doing this? I don't know. I've been addicted for a while, I would say, to fags, like just casually having them every now and then. And I was having one and this idea came to my head. So I'm gonna get addicted to smoking just so I can quit, to prove to you guys that it is possible to quit. And this isn't to just promote. I'm coping so hard, this is bad. Let's get addicted, lads, like. I don't know how the next few days are gonna go. I bet you guys never thought you'd see a boxing YouTuber smoke fags for a video. I'm here to inspire, I'm here to think outside the box.
All right, first fag of the vid, how you feeling?
I'm already feeling regret. I'm already feeling like...
regretting it yet?
Regretting it. It's like the most stupid video ever.
Oh, that is grim.
Oh, first fag of the challenge, absolutely inhaled. I already feel my lungs tightening up, it's horrible. It's horrible if I'm being honest. I'm gonna have a shower after that. Little did I know what was about to come. I had literally taken on the hardest challenge of my life so far. So for the next week, I would be smoking a pack a day to make sure I was extremely addicted to this substance for this experiment. Just a huge disclaimer. Please, please, please do not try this at home. This is the most stupid thing I've ever done in my life. Good morning. I just had a dream last night about Andrew Tate telling me to quit smoking, so yeah, this challenge is like deeper, like this is like affecting my emotions and my sleep, so snus. But this was only the beginning of the mental battles yet to come. The first 2 days were pure misery, not enjoying a single puff, but forcing myself to smoke for the sake of the video. And by day 3, I had already noticed my discipline starting to unravel. A side effect of giving in to smoking, allowing myself the door of one addiction opened another, and I found myself drinking more than usual. And it didn't help that I was in Thailand, because cigarettes and partying are so accessible. This combination here made me increasingly aggressive. The most mushed I've ever been in my life. I'm gonna watch this back and just realise how much of a musher that was.
This is a waste of a night too now.
Waste of a night, waste of my lungs,
waste of money.
Fucking waste. We're trying our best to be best, like at YouTube, but we're turning into fucking mush.
In the
and I'm getting it out. Fucking mush. Day 3 of smoking blems. Or is it day 4? I don't know, but I can officially say I'm addicted. Yeah, I still got a nasty cough and I was craving a cigarette. So I'm addicted. First thing in the morning, a cigarette in the mountain. Please kids, don't try this challenge at home ever. Just don't even pick up a cigarette, like, you don't smoke, it's honestly not worth it. By day 4, I was already fully regretting this challenge. I had become completely dependent on the drug and my brain had turned to mush. It just feels wrong making this, if I'm being completely honest. When you smoke, I don't know, and you feel reliant on a drug, on cigarettes, it's like, it strips away your power, you feel worthless, you feel disgusting, and it's a voice that without it, what would you do?
But we're going to see with the withdrawals, if I didn't have it, I'd be absolutely finished because I'm addicted now. And for some people to live their whole lives like that, I'm experiencing it. Like, I feel absolutely shit. Anyway, let's bun this. Why did I think this was a good idea? I don't know. I don't know.
It was clear that I'd had enough of this challenge and the only way forward was to quit cold turkey. I felt sad, insecure, overwhelmed by how wrong this challenge had already felt. But what I didn't realise at the time was just how much damage I had already caused and the altitude to which I was already addicted.
Well, I woke up this morning, come out of the bando, and I've got the dustiest cough. I was blowing my nose and cigarette residue was coming out. I think yesterday I've smoked the most fags I have all trip because I went out as well, but this challenge might actually be turning to mush. I've actually had enough of it. It's drawing me off. Anyway, this isn't good. I just feel shit. Shit lifestyle. I never want to do this again.
Later on that day, I had one final cigarette, and in that moment, I decided I'd had enough. The plan was to push through 7 days of getting addicted, but 5 days in, I realised I was already too far gone. I made the decision to quit right there and then. At least, that's what I thought. Straight after quitting, I went on a run to the beach to clear my head. But just a couple hours into quitting, I was already feeling the first signs of withdrawal. Fogginess, hunger, and a loss of concentration. The cravings were creeping in fast, and the little nicotine monster was already crying for his fix.
Just woke up. It's day 2 of quitting fags. Yesterday, already, by the time it was my last meal, I was already craving a fag. So today we woke up, fresh new day. Went to bed quite early as well, which is good. So things I've noticed when you quit nicotine, you need a lot more sleep, you eat a lot more food, and you kind of rely on other vices. Like, I was craving sugar a lot because I had no nicotine, so I did have a little snack, but...
This was my first huge mistake. I didn't understand the nature of my addiction. I believed I needed to substitute smoking with something else because I thought I was depriving myself. What I didn't realise at the time was I wasn't depriving myself at all. In fact, it was the total opposite. I was just completely stuck in a physiological trap. Physiological, which I'll expand on in a sec.
I'm not gonna lie, this is quite hard. My vision's like, my brain's not even present. It's all foggy, even my vision's a bit foggy. It's like, because I've been used to smoking so many blems, and all I'm craving right now is a cigarette. And it's actually, I'm not even joking. I thought this would be easy challenge, but...
Later on that day, me and my friend Abbo went to this outdoor gym.
Right, so we're literally at the gym and Dan is absolutely itching for some fags. This is getting bad now. Trying to grind it out in the gym, and look at this guy right here, this little addict head. He's an absolute nitty. Let me turn the camera around.
Oh, this isn't even a joke. I'm trying to speak to people here, and my brain's just going foggy. All it's thinking about is cigarettes.
How did that neck working session go a second ago?
It was sick. I wasn't even hearing what he was saying. They were just speaking, and all I was thinking about was blems.
I like to think I've got pretty strong discipline and willpower, especially compared to your average Joe. But the pure grip of nicotine was unlike anything I've ever experienced. The withdrawals were so overwhelming that it consumed my every thought. I couldn't function. I literally couldn't hold a normal conversation. And just like that, a little over 24 hours into quitting, I caved in and I decided to buy another pack of fags.
These are harsh. Yeah, this vid is no longer a joke. No longer a joke. Because I'm actually officially addicted. I've relapsed. I've actually relapsed. Oh my days. I've relapsed. No. This video has gone from a video about me thinking it was going to be easy to just start and then stop for a little video has turned into something quite serious now. Like, I'm fully hooked. I thought it was too early. I thought I was quitting too early. Turns out I've relapsed and this is a bigger problem than I thought it was.
That failure really hit me hard, because if I, Daniel Cuttle, couldn't quit using sheer willpower, then how could anyone break free from this cycle? I don't mean to sound arrogant, but this question haunted me. They say everything happens for a reason, and eventually it's what helped me discover the real solution.
These products would satisfy their patients' drug addiction while sparing them the appalling effects of smoking. The tobacco companies weren't so interested in patients' health. They had spotted another opportunity.
I started this video on Tuesday, November the 26th, in Koh Samui, Thailand, while living with my friend Abo. We had another friend joining us on the 4th of December in Bangkok, which meant we'd be leaving Koh Samui on December the 2nd. And this location change felt like the perfect time for me to quit. I was determined to break free this time, but deep down I knew it wouldn't be easy. The grip of addiction was still lurking there in the background, and part of me still wondered, would I be able to quit this lifelong addiction? I decided to switch my approach this time and learn how to conquer the addiction using this book I've heard about for many years, Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking. I had high hopes about this book, but I was also skeptical. The book promised freedom and also claimed it would be easy and somewhat enjoyable. It almost sounded too good to be true, especially after failing the first time. But honestly, I had nothing to lose and everything to gain. Over the next few days, I dove into this audiobook, listening to it at 1.5 speed. I learned about the true nature of the addiction and how to break free from it. And by the time I was on the ferry to Bangkok, I'd finished the book and I'd smoke my final cigarette on the ferry.
Sawadee crap, this is literally a monumental step in the journey. This is the final cigarette. I'm gonna smoke this last filth and yeah, finish from them. It's funny that a drug that does absolutely nothing for you can be so addictive. It is not your friend, it's the true enemy. Last cigarette. Goodbye. Woo! We have just quit smoking. Quit. Sadie crap. Woo! I quit smoking. I quit. So bin, because I quit. Yay! Yay! Last cigarette. Completed it. We've done this, guys. Now time to move on. No traces. All gone. Oh my days. Finally breathing air. Guys, it's been about 12 hours since I've quit and I'm feeling good.
It's absolutely right too.
What?
I'm just saying, you're acting too. Like, you're doing well.
Yeah.
You're craving nothing, you just racked your soup to be honest.
This book has actually changed my life. Like, I'm not feeling any of the withdrawals, it's just instant quit. Because it's a mindset, it's actually not, it's not even...
Mindset, it's not even an addiction, it's just a mindset.
Yeah, it's literally so easy to quit. It's like, you just have to read that book. After reading this book, this has been monumentally easy. Like, I haven't had one time that I've wanted a cigarette.
It's been monumental. I mean, even just being surrounded by cigarettes, it's just completely quit.
Just completely, like, that book has changed my life. Hasn't it? Hasn't it changed my life?
When our friend arrived, me and Abo were buzzing. We got on the peavers, and according to the book, this was absolutely fine. I'd removed the desire to quit, right? But deep down, I still felt it. That tiny little nicotine monster clinging on and refusing to let go.
Action!
Right, don't Katie's coming today, so we're gonna absolutely peaver it up.
No, get loads. Get loads.
Get 6 peavers.
Get
six
6
peavers.
Get more. Get more.
Sawandi
Oh,
nice.
Cup and cat.
Sawandi
Cup and cat.
Can you say happy birthday to my dad? Go on, happy
It's
birthday.
his dad.
I'm dying. I'm in a tracksuit. I've worn it for
Cigar.
Yes, I'd relapsed once again, and this hit me. I hadn't fully grasped the full message of the book. I slept through parts and lost focus in others. But for the first time, I had a glimpse of what was possible. I knew quitting was achievable, and I had 2 days of complete freedom from the drug. I just had to keep going. So I went through this process again. I read the book again, but once more the same thing happened, another relapse. But something was different. I was learning. I was catching things I missed before, pieces of knowledge slipping through the cracks. The problem, however, I was speed running through the audiobook at 1.5 times speed, half listening, half distracted. I wasn't fully absorbing the knowledge of the book. I was trying to complete the book and quit smoking, but this was taken away from the intention of actually learning the knowledge from the book. Monday the 16th of December, I left Katie and Abbo. For the first time ever, I was solo traveling. No judgment, no outside influences, and just me and my addiction. I decided to start another YouTube challenge. Traveling Southeast Asia, starting with a penny. Stay tuned for that vid, because it's literally going to be a movie. Anyway, there was something I didn't mention when filming this series. Off camera, I was feeding my addiction. I was buying packs of fags and smoking them, and not including them with the challenge money. But I was still paying the price. Smoking had now become part of my life. Today is currently Tuesday the 17th. Of December. It is 11:21 in the morning, and I've found myself addicted again. So we're gonna have to go through the same process once again. Okay, that's rough. I'm addicted to cigarettes, and I'm quitting for YouTube. I'm gonna quit smoking. Do you smoke?
Hungry, now hungry.
So how come you smoke? It's a mic.
How much you pay?
A lot of money.
A lot money.
One late night in Bangkok, I was sitting outside of my hostel, just casually smoking another blem. And then I saw it, I stared at it, and for the first time, this wasn't just about me and my selfish addiction. It was about my future, my kids, something way bigger than a fleeting moment of relief. That thought lingered. Day 31 of the challenge. It was the morning of Christmas Day, and I was coughing up small amounts of blood. My little cough had transformed into something way more serious. What a lovely gift to wake up to on Christmas. And in that moment, I realised I wasn't making a video anymore. I was literally killing myself for content. I've been half-arsing quitting, letting this addiction take over me, going easy on myself and not trying as hard as I should have been. That all ended now. I gave this book one last chance. I'd ran out of Spotify audiobook hours, so I had to spend another £8.99 to get another 10 hours of listening time. That's how much this meant to me and how much I needed to quit. This time I didn't listen on 1.5 times speed. I listened on 1 times speed and thoroughly focused. I didn't let myself zone out. I forced myself to listen thoroughly and digest every single word. And I kept telling myself, 3rd time's a charm. This was it, my final rounds. My last shot of quitting this lifelong addiction. Between travelling from Thailand, Cambodia and Vietnam, I was studying hard, no distractions, rereading chapters and letting every sentence burn deeply into my brain. This wasn't just a fight anymore. This was a war against my addiction. Saturday the 28th of December, I'd officially finished my challenge of travelling around Southeast Asia with a penny. And I made sure not to record these last few attempts of quitting, as the addiction had become so vigorous that I was no longer doing it just for a YouTube challenge. I was in Vietnam in a hostel, and I'd locked myself in a dark room with absolutely no distractions, listening intensely to the last few chapters I had left of this book, listening to every single word with immense detail. And a few hours later, I had completed the book for the 3rd time. But this time was different. This wasn't just another attempt. I'd gone 4 rounds with this addiction, and it had beaten me to my knees every single time, emotionally and physically, but I still persisted and got up. I had absorbed every chapter, dissected every lesson, and let the words sink into my very core and rewire my brain. But this time I knew for a fact, inside of my gut, that I had quit for good.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
I'ma show you how great I am, great I am. Since December the 16th, I've been alone. No one to judge me and no one to influence me. And that's one of the best things that could have happened, because I had faced this addiction without excuses and without outside pressure. This fight was mine alone, and I had won. The date today is the 29th of January 2025. It's currently 32 days after quitting smoking, and I can officially say it's over. I'm a happy non-smoker. I left smoking back in 2024 for good, and the answer was painfully simple. A book that cost £5 on eBay. An audiobook that I literally listened to on Spotify. That's it. That's what literally changed my whole life. It's crazy. Cigarettes rob you of literally everything. Energy, your taste, your senses, your future. But smokers are still trapped and still seem to go back to their addiction time after time. And for what? Smoking gives you absolutely nothing in return. Not even pleasure. Smokers smoke to feel how a non-smoker feels all the time. It's literally just relief. If this video does anything for you, I hope it makes you take action. But unfortunately, I can't spoon feed the answer to you. You've seen how deep the process goes. Quitting takes understanding and not just wanting to quit. If you really want to stop smoking, you have the answer. Now it's up to you to take action. Thank you, Alan Carr's Easy Way, and God. Sheesh.